even save it as? Dragonheart 1996. What a terrible movie. I've watched that movie 3 times, I think. It might be one of the worst movies that I've seen the most times. Because I've seen it at least 3 times, and it's like a 4 out of 10. Like, it's not unwatchable. It's fine, but it's not good, and I don't know why I've seen it so much. I think the last time I watched it was a few years ago with Emma. I was like, you haven't seen Dragonheart? And she was like, why, is it good? And I was like, no, but it's weird that you haven't seen it. I thought everyone had. And we watched it, and she was like, you're right, it wasn't good. But it's notable because, you know, it's, Sean Connery is a big rubber dragon, is funny. If you don't know, Dragonheart is a movie from the 90s that is largely forgettable, but except that Sean Connery plays like a big rubber and animatronic dragon, but just doing the Sean Connery voice. And Dennis Quaid, there's 2 Quaids. One of them is slightly more insane than the other. I think it's Dennis Quaid, not Randy Quaid. Dennis Quaid is like a dragon slayer who teams up with him and goes on wacky hijinks with him and a monk. It's not a good movie. Don't watch it. Or do. I don't know. I'm not your dad. I was thinking Mel Gibson was in it, but that's Braveheart. Also haven't seen that. Here's my most controversial take. That's definitely not my most controversial take. My most controversial takes would get me put in a jail. But one of my more controversial movie takes is that I would rather watch Dragonheart than Braveheart any time, like 100 times out of 100, because I hate Braveheart and think it's shit and boring. Not only shit because of its historical inaccuracy and the fact that Mel Gibson annoys me, but also boring as sin, even though everybody thinks otherwise. Everybody's like, oh, it's a bit shit, but it's exciting. I disagree. I think it's both shit and boring. Don't like that movie at all. Would you try and play the Dragonheart Game Boy game? I didn't know that existed, but sure. Maybe that'll appear on YouTube or Twitch. Where the fuck am I going? Wait, that's where we're going. We're going back to Crossroad Keep, I think. I assume. I mean, we have the way of reforging the sword, right? Or maybe we need to go back to the Circle of the Mayor, or... I'm not sure where we need to go. Maybe we need to go back to our hometown, right? That's where we actually need to go. But we'll go back here first. Maybe it'll teleport me afterwards. I've played very few Game Boy games. I played a couple, but I never had a Game Boy when I was a kid. I've said before that my first console was a Wii, and my first handheld console was a DS Lite. Not even the original DS. So, you know, 2006, 7-ish. So I was not really aware of the Game Boy as an entity. Never really sure when it exists in time. Like, when did it come out first? The 80s, the 90s? Genuinely don't know. I've saved you a sample from the latest shipment of ore. Okay, I also found some new ones. Good stuff. There may be more items they can make with the additional ore. Ooh! Is there, like, special shit I can make? Also, what foundry workers? Kalindra, ore, yes, fuck off, bye. Tea, Earl Grey, hot, in my mouth. It's one of my favourite things about Star Trek The Next Generation, a show I have not watched that much of, is it makes me laugh every time he asks for tea, which is fairly frequently. Tea, Earl Grey, hot, in my cup. Make me drink it. I feel like I am part of the problem, but if I do have to interact with a robot via voice commands, I do say please. I don't even know if I like Earl Grey that much. I mean, I'll take it if it's on offer, but I'm more of a green tea boy. I like green tea a lot. It's my default. Okay, I mean, can you make anything cool and special now? Are you a foundry worker? Not really sure what a foundry is. Men are equipped as best as able. Can you talk about upgrading them? Nope. Okay, farewell. I'm not sure. I think you're already at the best. Why are you always hurt? Upgrade the armor. I've done all you can. Farewell. Bye then. Do I have any foundry workers? Picard sits down, goes, computer, tea, oolong, ice cold, and then Riker shoots him for being a Romulan spy. I don't even really know what oolong is. I've just heard of it. It's like I only recently had chai. Wasn't a fan. Although I had vanilla chai. I don't know if that's a standard, but I don't really like vanilla. Watch your step. There's still a lot of loose debris underfoot. Well, clean it the fuck up. What else am I paying you for? There's a lot of tea I only know thanks to Cup of Brown Joe by Professor Elemental. I do not know. I love chai. I don't really like any sweet things in tea. I don't like sweet things in general. Like, I have now finished this hot chocolate that I was nursing, but it was way too sweet and I will not be buying it again. I'm just going to use it up. I only know that song because of an amateur burlesque performance for that song. You've lived a more interesting life than me. Your wild takes never end, don't like vanilla. I mean, no, not really, actually. I was about to say in ice cream maybe it has its place, but I don't think I would ever ask for like a vanilla ice cream, even if it was vegan. The only time I think I've ever genuinely enjoyed an ice cream or ice cream adjacent dessert is when Emma brought me to one of her favourite hipster as fuck ice cream / gelato places in Cork City that has since closed down because everything has. But they had a vegan mango gelato and I went, yeah, sure, fine, if I'm here. And it was fucking amazing. It was so good. It was. I was like, this is genuinely. This might have converted me to liking whatever gelato is. This fucking rocks. And then, like 6 weeks later, they went out of business before I ever bothered getting anything there again. And now they've been replaced with like a chain place that is shit. So I'll never have that again, probably. I think I just like mango. Just make the hot cocoa without sugar. That's an option, I guess. Isn't that very bitter, though? I think what's happened is I don't like chocolate. I've said this a lot of times in my life. I don't really like chocolate. Occasionally, I will try it again. I'll be like, maybe now's the time where I get into chocolate. Maybe my tastes have changed. And it's not been true so far. I think I just don't like it in any form. I've heard that chocolate used as an ingredient in savoury stuff can be nice. Like, some people swear by putting a chunk of dark chocolate in chili to kind of infuse a little flavour to it, but need to get into the extra dark chocolate. I do kind of like... I know this is the most basic bitch dark chocolate take, but as a child, I sort of enjoyed a Bourneville. I know that's, like, not particularly high quality, but I could be persuaded to get a dark chocolate. When I was a kid, I also I don't even know if this was out when I was a kid, but when I was younger, I quite enjoyed a dark chocolate bounty, which I don't know if anyone likes, really, except me and Sarah. I couldn't find the routine, but did find another one. If people want to watch hand cam of a woman taking her clothes off on stage, there's the sound of chap hop about British tea. I mean, parts of that sound nice. Chap hop, I think, is one of the greater crimes against humanity that Britain has ever inflicted on the world. And I'm including colonies. Like, fuck me, they're bad. We'll have a dark chocolate bounty and Bourneville buttons. I didn't know those existed. I don't even know if Bourneville still exists, to be honest. I haven't seen it in a while. Good news is if you do kill Professor Elemental, that's about 50% of Chap Hop gone. I don't know. It would be going so far as to say it's racist. Chap Hop. But it really irritates me in a way that makes me feel quite uncomfortable, like, listening to it.
A moment of your time, Captain.
Yes.
Your orders to patrol the surrounding lands has attracted the attention of a former bailiff named Ziffer.
Well met, Captain, well met. Your Connor here is right.
Ziffer?
I've been looking to start a small village, and what you've done here, well, I think the land will flourish with you in charge. If you ask me, you've got more sense than many a lord, so I...
Ziffer wants us to sign a village charter allowing him to start a community here. You are a knight, and this is your land, so the decision is yours.
Who the fuck is Ziffer? I mean, sure, I guess. I don't care. What the fuck is chap hop? Chap hop is a micro genre of hip hop where British men dress up in like tweed suits and pith helmets and shit, and the sort of trappings of Victorian colonial England, and sort of do comedy raps about like drinking tea and shooting foreigners and stuff like that. So it's like, "Hey, I'm a chap hop, I'm here to say. I oppress minorities in a major way," and stuff like that, with big mustaches. And the whole thing just makes me think they are mocking the very concept of rap and in a sort of unpleasant way, and I fucking hate it. I'm sure some of them are very lovely people, but I think as a genre it is poisonous and makes me sick. Like, I think the world would be not much better, but like a tiny atom better if chap hop disappeared from the face of it. All lords are brainless. That sounds fucking hideous. Shivers. I mean, I am describing it in an intentionally annoying way, I think. Yeah, exactly. Stiff upper lip, dapper gentlemen, adventurous scientists and stuff. It's like they'll wear shit like, you know, pith helmets and the sort of like big elephant gun kind of wielding fuckers from the Elizabethan and Victorian eras and go like, "We stole your cocoa, isn't that good?" I'm going to do a little rap about it now. It's, I don't know. I feel like it's the sort of rap that only people who vote Brexit could enjoy. It's like a rap made for people who are terrified of black people, right? A bit like Eminem. Where it's like, it's way worse than most rap, but white people don't have to feel threatened by it. It sounds like a steampunk thing, and I don't like that either. I have a lovely YouTube recommendation from Hatvid. The Rise of the Right is the Left's Fault. Stephen Fry. Oh, I hate Stephen Fry now. I used to like Stephen Fry quite a lot when I was a kid. And then he just started fucking never shutting up about his beliefs. And it turns out a lot of them are weird. It turns out he's quite xenophobic and quite sort of edgy and neoconservative. It's not... Don't really like Stephen Fry anymore. And quite a turf as well. Centrist, far-right, derogatory. I don't know, he's very much turned in the last few years. He took a turn once he stopped being on QI. He retired from being on TV all the time. You know, he got married and settled down and decided, I'm not going to be on TV constantly and, you know, doing QI and books and narrations and stuff like that. And it seems like it's either revealed how demolished his brain was, or maybe demolished his brain on its own, or he's kind of helped. Because since then, all he does is interviews about, like, why I don't like the Polish, or why the nanny state is a bad idea. He's, like, turning into, a really eloquent Jeremy Clarkson. He's a weird guy now. I don't know. I really liked him as a kid. He's done a John Cleese, exactly. He's sort of become... I mean, he hasn't morphed fully yet, but you know how John Cleese mocked and satirized a certain type of person in a lot of sketches, and then eventually morphed completely unironically into that same person? Stephen Fry's doing that too, where he's kind of becoming the sort of person he would make fun of in Jeeves and Wooster, or a bit of Fry and Laurie and stuff like that, which I do really like. Odd thing that happens. Anyway, tell me more about this town charter. What do you want to do, Ziffer?
I fear I am not the best equipped to answer that. But
A charter determines what duty is owed by the village folk and what duty is owed by the lord. If you were a lord, duties owed by you is what I mean. Regardless, you get to carry out the lord's tax, and we get your protection. I wouldn't have even come here if you hadn't made clear that you mean to make your lands a better place.
Ziffer's accounting is correct, Captain.
I mean, sure. Maybe. There's a Python sketch that's just him taking the piss out of the brain of sons of rich old families, and now that's just him. It's like, it was that like tweet of the year? There's a few of them, actually. Wasn't there something where he did a meeting at one of the silly rich people clubs and did some self-deprecating humor about how rich they all were? The other rich people went, harumph, get rid of him or something. So at least he still does piss off Basho sometimes. Upper class twit of the year, that's it. I mean, unfortunately as well, not anymore, but John Cleese, despite being one of the more unpleasant pythons, not the most unpleasant python, but one of the more unpleasant pythons, is by far one of the funniest. Like, if you do go back and watch Flying Circus, it's noticeably less funny when he's not in the sketches. And you're like, fuck. Are there any implications of starting a village on the keep's lands?
There are, Captain. Outside the keep's borders, bandits, beasts, and monsters wait. Villages offer tempting targets for some of them. And we'll need to continue our patrols to make sure they remain safe.
We're sort of counting on that, Captain. If things get too rough. Most of us are farmers, although a few of us have some training with weapons and the like. If it gets too rough,
all right,
they'll move to safer land, even if it's less fertile than the patch we're looking at.
Show me the charter.
Certainly, Captain, certainly.
It's written in language you barely understand. It looks official and complicated. My intelligence is very bad. Is he the one? I can't remember if he was the one who said he's now identifying as a black woman so he can still get work in comedy. I believe it was. It's either him or Gilliam. Those are the two wrong uns. Yeah, it sounds like a Gilliam thing. There we go. It wouldn't be Eric Idle, because he sounds like he's broadly, you know, apologetic for all the blackface and seems nice enough. Graham Chapman is dead. Terry Jones seemed nice enough and is also dead. And Michael Palin is kind of one of those, you know, quiet national treasure types. I don't think he'd bother even speaking on it. Palin is supposed to be lovely. There we go. It was fucking one he is. Chapman had the good grace to shuffle off the mortal plane before becoming objectionable, and I feel like he might have. Gilliam's probably the worst, right? Like, Gilliam's really notoriously unpleasant and mean. A lot of accusations of, like, workplace bullying and just sort of, like, toxic beliefs. John Cleese is just sort of like one of those Jeremy Clarkson style talking heads that says horrible things on the news now. And then the rest of them seem alright that are alive. The other two that are still alive. Eric Idle still does little all comedy things. Yeah, he puts on plays and stuff like that. No idea about his politics. I followed him on Twitter for ages, and he seems, you know, like your run-of-the-mill kind of centre-leftist, like, you know, Labour voting, liberal kind of guy. So he seems fine. I think he's one of the funnier ones as well. Stop paying attention to old people. It's the best form of elder care. Yeah, media guy. He appeared on Harmontown once doing a song about having sex with Anne Harmon's mother. Right, I'm ready to make my decision. I'm just going to pretend I understood
The only
that.
thing remaining, Captain, is whether you'll sign their charter and allow the village to form on our lands.
Sure. Yeah, why not? I'll do that.
Ah, you won't regret this, Captain. If any of your patrols are near the village, they can expect a warm welcome, and you too.
The keep has already come a long way. We need to patrol the land regularly to keep the village secure. Especially right now. Otherwise, they'll leave.
Fine, I'll do that. I mean, just keep doing it, I guess. I think we're already doing that. Dan Harmon, sex pig, but really sorry about it. That's a good description of him. I don't think I would like Dan Harmon as a person, but there are more objectionable people, and including Justin Roiland, and he does seem at least broadly sorry for some of the shit he's done. And some of his stuff is funny, like Community was funny for 3 series, and there's like 3 episodes of Rick and Morty I like. Just, you know, not a huge fan. I think I watched one show he did where he like animated a D&D campaign he was in as well. That was alright. It was fine. The graveyards of the worlds are full of Dan Harmons. Some of them even finished the script for Monster House. Oh yeah, apparently also even worse than Douglas Adams at finishing work. That was notorious. He was a cunt, but now he's closer to asshole, and he's self-aware about it. So isn't that really just 99% of white men? Like, I don't think I would particularly enjoy working with Dan Harmon if it came up, but I don't think he's evil or anything. Unless something else comes out. I have a Grey Cloak report for you. Each member of the Grey Cloaks is a competent soldier now. They aren't squires and certainly not knights, but they're as trained as we can get them. Okay, good stuff. I want to organize the men. Fuck it. Protect the surrounding lands, then. Right, good. Lovely. What's the status? Can I get, like, a report? Road security very low. Land security low. I don't know how to make them better, to be honest. That's not good. Okay, fine. We might be fucked in terms of this keep. I'm not really sure how to run it. I'm not a good mayor. These days, I mean, it's just their standards. Well, he's not evil. Exactly. If anybody needs to know what ADHD feels like, look at Douglas Adams. No idea if he had it, but having to write a radio script in the recording studio because he didn't earlier is peak ADHD. I like Douglas Adams a bit. I haven't read that much Douglas Adams, to be honest. I've read the 4... I think there's another one now written by other people, but I've read the 4 Hitchhiker's Guide books and really enjoyed them. And a tiny bit of Dirk Gently. I even watched the TV show of Dirk Gently, which is alright considering who wrote it. But I like Douglas Adams, okay? I've never seen the TV show or the radio show of Hitchhiker's Guide. Radio show came first, I think, right? I read Hitchhiker, wasn't for me. It's not my favourite. Like, I was more of a Terry Pratchett person than more of a Douglas Adams person. Very much the opposite approaches to writing as well. Where Terry Pratchett loved writing and wrote every day, whereas Douglas Adams seemed to run away and hide in hedges if he was asked to write. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. I will mute. I can go over to the break screen, in fact, which would be nice. Being called away very briefly. I'll be back in a second, everybody. Enjoy the music. It's where you go to have someone look after you during the day. So it's not school. Like, I guess that's the thing. Is kindergarten school, or is it like is it like play school? Like you go there and like play with blocks or something? Or is it like junior infants where they like teach you to basically read and shit like that? No school. Okay. I'm learning. It's play school. Okay, fair enough. So like like here how it works is you have like nursery, play school, creche, different words for it, which are where you send your like 3-year-old if you're busy and don't want to deal with it for a few hours and you're at your wits fucking end. You send your 3-year-old there to like play with blocks and then fall over and go to sleep. And then when they're like 5, you send them to actual school, which starts with junior infants, senior infants, and then 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th class, and then goes on to secondary school after that. It's to learn social skills and a basic routine. Okay. Get them ready for the workforce. I think I went to nursery or creche or whatever. I don't remember it, obviously, because I was about 3, but I don't... Because I started school quite young. I started school when I was... Oh, God. 4, I think? So I don't really remember my early schooling that much. It wasn't really forming full memories. Interesting here, not sure about the rest of Australia. There's kindy, then at 5 you go to the school grade reception, which is pre-year 1. Yeah, I don't know why they have the infant years here. You'd think it would just start at 1st class and go up to like 8, I guess. I've never called kinder kindy. This might be a specific Australian thing. We have a kids show called Play School. From an outside perspective, raising children seems like a constant sequence of regretting life decisions and then palming off the results onto others. I mean, look, I'm sure parts of it are very rewarding. I have never seen, and this is genuine, I have never seen a single second of somebody interacting with a child that didn't make me want to die. Like, no matter how wholesome an interaction is, or like how meaningful the description is of like a parent talking about how much they love their child or something, every time I'm like, that sounds like a fucking nightmare. Like, whether they're describing a tantrum or like, oh, he called me dad for the first time because he learned how to speak, I'm like, I would kick that thing into the sun. I hate them. I wouldn't be able to handle it. So it's not for me, basically. But a lot of it does seem to involve, like, going, fuck, we signed up for, like, 20 years of this shit? Oh, Jesus, open the schools for 9 hours a day, please. So, yeah. Maybe it's Perth, or depends on the person. From what I've read, the UK has 2 years of Year 12. The UK system is fucked. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. Like, I don't know what the fuck A-levels are. They have something called college that isn't third level education. They have, like, it's just weird. I don't want to even look at the UK. It's a strange system. Some of them call it high school. I think the Scottish call it high school, like an American, and some of them don't. UK system confuses me. I simply don't get it. The American system I sort of get, where it's like kindergarten, and then primary school they call like grade school or elementary school, and then they've got the weird middle bit called middle school, and then it's just secondary school from then, and then college is normal. But like I can get my head around that. The UK system's archaic and Victorian and weird. I don't really know why they're still doing it like that. The typical thing down here is primary school is year 1 to 7, then high school is year 8 to 12. There are of course exceptions. Here, it's 8 years of primary school, junior infants, senior infants, and then 1 to 6. And then 5 to 6 years of secondary school, which is like high school. So, like, at 13, or I was, like, nearly 13, I was 12. But at 13, you go into secondary school, and that's first year, second year, third year. 4th year is optional, 5th year and 6th year. I don't know why they made 4th year optional. It's weird as a system. 4th year of secondary school here is called transition year, and if you do it, reputation is that you don't really do any schoolwork and that you mainly just fuck around doing like tours and maybe some work experience and then like go off to Rome and shit like that for a few weeks. Learn Mandarin for a year pointlessly, like, because you can't really learn it in that short a time. And nobody I knew really did it, but you know, you can just skip it if you want. Also, it costs a bit of money because you actually have to pay out of pocket for a lot of that stuff. Now, what am I doing? Reform the sword. To reach West Harbour, the player must go to one of the Ilfarn ruins and use the Song Path to transfer to the Guardian ruins. Where the fuck are the Ilfarn ruins? I thought we couldn't go back to them. Also, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about with the foundries. Calindran or ore problems. Yeah, they call primary school grade school in America, even though they call it grades all the way up. Yeah, like they have like graded, like letter grades. When we do too, but I would say Ireland leans more towards percentage grades rather than letter grades like the Americans. You know, like instead of saying like A, B, C, D, and E, and F or whatever, we do get those, but you also just get like a percentage, like how much you got right, and that's nice. I can visualize that a lot easier. And then I think weirdly in the Leaving Cert they do go on grades, like letter grades, which just breaks from it entirely. There's also freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. That confuses the fuck out of me. Because junior you'd think is the smallest boy, but apparently not. I think that's the second oldest, maybe. I think it does go freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior. And it took me forever to realise that. And I think partially it was because of like Pitchfork, because they're an American site and they describe like musicians' second albums as like their sophomore effort. And I was like, huh, okay, so that must be the second one. And freshman, you know, that one just comes up in movies, I think. But junior and senior, baffling. Anyway, where am I going? Which ruins am I going to? Also, I don't really want Eleni. I'd like Amangero back, please. Not that he's particularly great either. Strange Clearing? Is it the Strange Clearing we need to go to? Iron Crossroad Gate. Ruins of Aravin. Okay, we're back. We can get the fucking golem, I think, here. Oh, good, I've encountered something. College also uses those names. Ugh. We have Freshers Week at UCC. Odd. Halt, intruders! Give us all your gold and your clothes! Why would I do that? Because we asked. My golden clothes are yours. No, I don't think I'm going to. I don't like your weird fucking military cut. And are you wearing camo trousers? I hate these pixies. They all look like jocks. That's really weird. They look a little bit like the Chad meme. You know, like the Chad versus Virgin thing. Why would you make pixies look like this? Try to take what's mine and you'll regret it.
Ability. I thought you said she wasn't evil. She's not. I told you we should have left her alone. So much for our fun. Farewell.
That's it. You're not even gonna fight me. It's just bye. Did you just want to see my breasts? I barely even have any. You don't really. This is just something I've realised just off the cuff here. You don't really associate elves with large breasts, do you? Elves are always quite lithe and not very well endowed. Huh. I wonder if that's something inbuilt to all elves. I'm going to start. It's just you never really see like a Tolkien or D&D elf with big milkers. Or like a fat ass. It's always like these, you know, lithe little pixie boys. Big nature elf. Whereas the dwarves, like, it would be weird to see a dwarf without big milkers. Man or woman. Or in between. Like, like even Kelgar here. He's got some milkers going on. Depends where you look. I see them a lot. It's really sad that modern elves aren't all jaunty and bright like they were in Tolkien. Walking from 7 psychopaths there. Hands up. No, but I have a gun. I don't care. I would, if I could do a walking impression, I would. That's another okay movie. I feel like that's a movie that dads love. It's alright. I think it's like a 7. It's a pretty okay movie. I think it is by far the worst of the Martin McDonagh movies I've seen. I think that's Martin McDonagh. But it's alright. And I like Christopher Walken in it quite a lot. It's got a good cast. But I don't think it's essential. Right, onwards to the ruins. I've only ever seen that scene. It was enough for me. It's okay. It's Martin McDonagh, who I do like. Martin McDonagh, he's one of those ones who pretends to be Irish, which is whatever. But, like, Martin McDonagh makes some very good movies. And he has a very sort of identifiable voice. Where, you know, you can tell a Martin McDonagh movie. Except for that movie, where he's trying very hard to be Quentin Tarantino. Almost as a parody of Quentin Tarantino. Like, it almost feels like a commentary on his movies. And, like, their flaws. But I don't think he does that well, to be honest. It's alright. Right, summon some dinos, please. It's a 7, apart from the bits with Tom Waits, which are straight 10s. I had genuinely forgotten he's in it. He's great in it, legitimately. Tom Waits, it's weird. You rarely see, at least I feel, a musician who's as good of an actor and as natural as an actor as Tom Waits is. Like, Tom Waits, I guess I just wouldn't have expected it, that he would be as good as he is in anything he shows up in. Like, he's amazing in Down by Law, and he's fantastic in 7 Psychopaths. He's really good in Ballad of Buster Scruggs. He's just a good actor. How is the general vibe in Ireland currently in regards to LGBTQ people? Better than Britain. But, you know, I would say possibly sliding. Like, I would say it's not amazing, but it's better than some of the surrounding areas. I don't know if that's backed up by laws necessarily, but the sort of brain rot anti-trans infection hasn't kicked in the same way that it has in Britain, for instance. But it's starting to get used in some of the weirder politician speeches. Gay people, I think the general term or general idea of gay people in Ireland is that people go, sure, it's fine, which is a very Irish sentiment. Like, fairly overwhelmingly voted for same-sex marriage and stuff, and it's been fine since, but it did lead to a rise in homophobic attacks, which are, again, on the rise like everything else. It's fine here. I wouldn't say it's amazing. Fine. Better than America, better than the US, but we'll see how long that lasts. I think I need to go into the gem mines, by the way, so I'm going to go into the gem mines, because I think we missed something in here. And in Wales, LGBTQ is also probably the name of a town. I have some friends from the US who are looking to flee. Ireland is the only option for those who do not speak a second language yet. It's quite easy to get into Ireland as well, for whatever reason. I think it's because we, if you have any Irish ancestry, or at least any vaguely recent Irish ancestry, they'll just give you a passport. So it's very easy for quite a lot of Americans to get here. Not easy for people born here to get citizenship. We scrapped that one quick when we realized that maybe some brown people or some Eastern Europeans might use it. So, you know, we're not all great. I would say, in general, politically, Ireland leans centre-right, but is not as brain-damaged and weird as some of the countries that surround us. At least they can get into the EU. I mean, again, you'd think that... again, it's better, but the EU in general seems to be going a bit right-wingy. It's all kind of collapsing around us. Centre right or dangerously far left on the US spectrum. It's like, I feel like Ireland is not particularly progressive, but it portrays itself as being quite progressive because it is next to some countries who are much less progressive. So because we're in between.
This is too much for
Britain
carrying.
and-
Dump something.
We're in between Britain and America, right? Politically and geographically. We're kind of battered from both sides. And we are less insane than both of those by a noticeable margin. But that kind of gets used as a way for politicians and social progressives or whatever to kind of let some shit off the hook, I think. Where it's like, hey, we're not as bad as them, you know? Like, we could be a lot better, but we're not as bad as Britain. Like, yeah, our healthcare is really shit, but would you rather be America? Or, yeah, our social policies are really shit, but would you rather be Britain? And everybody goes, no. No. I would say it is unlikely that you will be attacked on the street for your identity here, unless you go to some certain areas. But it does happen. So I don't know, mixed. I can't really say like we're doing great. But I mean, that's everywhere. I'd say on a world stage, we're probably still doing alright. It's just that everywhere has kind of backslid a bit. And so we might look good by comparison. Now, what exactly am I looking for in here? I'm looking for some runes. I'm not exactly sure where. Did we ever get into these small chests? Oh, there's a truly horrid Umber Hulk. We never went in here. Hang on. So clearly we've missed some parts of this dungeon. I need some runes. Fuck me, you're big. A truly horrid Umber Hulk is a fantastic name for a monster. I'm taking a lot of damage. That was rough. Didn't realize you were going to be here. Was there any reason you were here? Like, is there anything here? I guess this was just your house. Umber Hulk, Mandible and Hide and Sapphire. That still isn't what I'm looking for. So we're going to keep looking. Maybe I'll have to look up the walkthrough. Or the hint guide. I mean, this is an optional thing. I don't need to be here. Maybe it wouldn't have attacked if it hadn't been labelled as truly horrid. It does seem rude. But maybe that's like an official descriptor. Nothing in there. A skull pile. Nothing in there. We definitely found all that. I felt it had to live up to the moniker. I mean, there is certain evidence for that in real life, so maybe it's true. Did I go in here? We definitely found like ore piles and stuff. There's a chest. A large chest that we haven't unlocked. Okay. I mean, that seems like a good thing. Knock on it, please. Oh, it was trapped. Scrolls and fire opals. Nothing particularly useful. Oh my god, am I ever gonna find this fucking rune? Hammer of Blasting? What the fuck is a Hammer of Blasting? I mean, you could maybe use that. I mean, you're not gonna... We're at the point now where I think any weapons we get are not gonna be as good as what we have already found. Like, Kelgar is currently holding a magical fucking hammer. Like, it's not gonna get much better than that. Let's go up here. Check some of these other rooms. I mean, there was a lot of ghosts in here. We kind of just skimmed through this area, really. So there must be something around. Anyway, I just started blasting Holds Up Hammer. Is that from an episode of It's Always Sunny? Because I see that meme constantly and I don't actually know exactly what it's from. I assume it's from Always Sunny. I'm always... Whenever I see clips of that show or when I watched it back in the day, I was always slightly amazed at what they could get Danny DeVito to say. Because Danny DeVito, I know he's been in comedies and stuff, but he's like a real actor. Like, he's in real movies. He's directed real movies. And they get him to say some wild shit in that show. Oh, here we go. A blacksmith's workbench. This might be some stuff. I'm confident I never went in here. Whatever. A mysterious small object. Rune-inscribed piece! Yes! That's what we needed. He specifically asked to be written into it. If I remember correctly. I think he saw the show and said, I want to be in that, and then was. That is very funny. Danny DeVito's meant to be nice. I mean, not that that necessarily matters is in regards to him being a good actor. But I think he's meant to be, like, a cool guy, right? People like Danny DeVito. I didn't realize he even directed some of the movies I've seen of his until fairly recently. Like, I didn't even know he directed Matilda when I watched Matilda. And that movie's pretty good. It's one of the least insufferable children's movies I've seen. Cool guy. I think he was on Taxi in the 70s, which I haven't seen either. He's really good in Batman Returns, which is a bizarre movie, but I really like it. Yes, I read that later. That the whole him and his wife from Cheers basically like semi-adopted Mara Wilson during the filming of that because her mum was sick. And then yeah, showing Mara Wilson's mum the film before she died. It's quite sad. Mara Wilson's book was good. I like Mara Wilson in general. I mean, I haven't really seen her in many things, but like I like her on Twitter or whatever, basically, is what it comes down to. I think she's funny. And she was part of that documentary about how fucked up child stars are. I liked her on Twitter when I had Twitter. I think she's on Blue Sky now, but I don't think she's as active. I think she got out of social media when the going was good. I haven't seen that doc. I think the guy from Bill and Ted, whose name I can't quite remember, is it Alex Winter? Made it because he also had some stuff happen. Every child actor, most of them, not every one of them, but every child actor, whenever you read about their life, you kind of go, maybe he should be banned. Maybe it should be illegal to be a child actor. I'm going to quickly go back and make this construct, by the way. I will not be getting Blue Sky, and I deleted Twitter forever in like 2019. Good choice. Because I would say Blue Sky, you know, I use it for like posting links and schedules and stuff like that, but it is not as good as Twitter was at its peak. And Twitter was always kind of shit. So there's no reason to ever use it. Also, Blue Sky, there are worse things to get infested by, like Nazis, as shown with Twitter. But Blue Sky is practically infested with the sort of specific brand of like online #resist blue wave liberal that kind of rose out of the nightmarish landscapes of like 2015-16, and they're very irritating. You see, if you ever go to like the Discover tab or whatever, you will see a lot of the worst political cartoons about Trump you have ever seen. People going like #resist and shit like that, and it's like, I'm blocking so many of you. I've blocked that term. Why are you saying it? All I see is furry porn. I do see my fair share of that as well. Even though, again, I'm not a furry. I would say I do not self-describe as a furry. I'm not a big furry person, but like I see a lot of it. Maybe it's just the people I follow just kind of, you know, retweet it or whatever it's called. Oh, good, cat ears. Thanks for that. I don't even know where they are. It's a lot. There. I don't think I could ever be a furry because...
Minging. Suck your dad. He's minging, he's fucking minging.
The hair just seems inconvenient. Like... it's why I empathize more with the scaly community, even though, again, I don't know if I would term myself as a scaly either. It's, I empathize more with them because you want some sort of wipe clean surface. Like, the fur would definitely get matted and gross. And I'm like in art or in a physical fursuit or whatever, at least scales, it's like tiles, you know? It's more convenient. It makes everything more tricky, yes. There's been a big wave of them over the past week.
Captain,
Oh, Jesus
Mayor
Christ,
Zipper
that
is
scared
here.
the shit out of
He's
me.
brought men with him.
We've started building our homes thanks to you, and some of the young men here wanted to join your grey cloaks. They're good men, and donning the cloak would be a good profession for them.
Captain, not all of these men are up to our standards. If we lower our standards for them, there's no turning back.
Well, we're not doing that then. I mean, if you... Yeah, those of your men that are up to the task, I will accept. I'm not lowering the standards to take on new recruits, because honestly, some of them are probably evil. Or, like, you seem like you're gonna try and worm your way into this kind of situation. There was a period where half of What's Hot Classic was gay dudes posting hog, which got worse on Fat Cock Fridays. Now that's a social media site! I can see why it got worse. If you RP a Sphinx cat, are you still a furry? I don't know. Maybe. A skinny, ugh. It's like, I see a lot, weirdly. I see a lot of shark furries, but I don't know if you would call them furries. I guess they would be scalies. I don't get it even a little bit. That's one of the ones I get the least. But I see a lot of shark girls on Blue Sky. Who seem to basically just look like wolves, but with like a fat tail. It's very odd. Oh good, a kazoo's been redeemed. Fun. I fuck the gills. Rolls dice. Critical fail. Oh, for fuck's sake! It's, David Hasselhoff, Pingu Dance. This is... Emma was looking this up earlier for some reason. I still haven't heard it. This is a song that David Hasselhoff did about Pingu that was only released in... Is it Scandinavia? I'm not really sure. Like, this was only released in one country. David Hasselhoff, Pingu Dance. There's not like a Wikipedia page about it. It's only released in Switzerland. There we go. It is sung in English. Later used for the 3 and 4 season intro and outro. Huh. Okay, right. I don't know enough about Pingu, apparently.
Pingu. Pingu. Okay, everybody, this is the Pingu Prance. I want everybody up to do the Pingu dance. My name is Pingu, come on, dance to the beat. It's easy if you try, just watch my feet. Let's all be
It's
happy.
a rap. No, I can't handle that. You might have noticed a series, a dawning horror coming over my face there.
And have some fun. Let's count to 10 and start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to 11. Stomp your feet and turn around. Reach for the sky, now touch the ground. To the Pingu.
Do the Pingu dance.
To the Pingu.
Oh, I recognize that bit. I think that bit might have been used for the... Maybe not the David Hasselhoff vocals. That bit sounds like it was used for the intro and outro. Pingu! The cursed children's choir. Horrible. This is not good. David Hasselhoff should be barred from rapping. Oh, okay, let's try and kazoo this. Newt.
My name is Pingu, come on, dance to the beat. It's easy if you try, just watch my feet. Let's all be happy and have some fun. Let's count to 10 and start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to 11. Stomp your feet and turn around. Reach for the sky, now touch the ground. To the Pingu.
Do the Pingu dance.
To the Pingu. different, but we're all the same. Just different bodies with different names. We all have mommies and we all have dads. Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad. But if you smile and dance with me, you'll be happy. Just wait and see. Stop your feet and turn around. Reach for the sky and touch the ground. Do the bingo. Do the bingo. Come on, kids. Do the big, do the bingo. Do the Okay, kids, come on and dance to the beat. It's easy if you try. Just watch my feet. Let's all be happy and have some fun. Let's count to 10 and start with 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go to 11. Stop your feet and turn around. Reach for the sky and touch the ground. Do the bingo. Do the bingo.
Do the bingo dance.
Come on, kids. Do the bingo. Do the bingo.
Pingu to fade. Why did David Hasselhoff have such a career? Now, it may look different, but we're all the same. Just different bodies with different names. We all have mummies, and we all have dads. Sometimes we're happy, sometimes we're sad. But if you smile and dance with me, you'll be happy. Just wait and see. Stomp your feet and turn around. Reach for the sky. Now touch the ground. Good stuff. I mean, it's not the worst thing David Hasselhoff has done. That would be that horrible, like, Kung Fury movie or whatever it's called. But I mean, it's not good. Songwriter credits 1,000 names. It's like the Single Ladies Wikipedia page where the writers take up like an entire page on its own. Right, well, let's never think about that again. Pingu Dance song. Written by Vic Vergate and performed by David Hasselhoff. Oh, only one writer. Good for you. Not good. There's a music video, is there?
The ground. Do the bingo.
Do the Pingu dance. Perhaps they just listed all the single ladies as writers, like all of them. Kung Fury. Is Kung Fury... It might be the... I think it's Kung Fury, isn't it? That, like, shit 80s pastiche that makes me depressed. Kung Fury. Kung Fury. Yes, this one. I think everybody involved with this should die. That in Minecraft. Crowdfunded through Kickstarter by Reddit idiots. Which pledge is reaching 630 grand. Fuck me. Short of the feature film goal of 1 million. It tried to air at Cannes. Fuck off. Right. It's a terrible movie. Anyway. And the song is awful. Let's go back to the game. Kung Fury was fine. Chill out. Produced and written by Vic Vergate. How many years was his sentence? I mean, it's better than Kung Fury. Defending the keep and the land is important. Not every man that comes here is up to that, but those of your men that are, I will accept. My diplomacy is very high.
I suppose you're
Hey!
right. They are some of our strongest. But
I'm gonna just lower my volume. There we
I'm
go.
sure more men will come when the village grows.
I look forward to training the newest recruits.
All right, cool. I mean, if they meet production standards, then we're good. Let's go. Speaking of recruits, try and assemble a horrible metal boy. Lovely. Horrible metal boy time.
Some way I can help?
I found some pieces for the construct, I think.
Oh, really? Let me see. Oh my, yes, this should help nicely.
You
Let
look
me see what I can do with
grimy.
this, and what I have here. Let me just put what we have together. See if we can wake our big bladed friend here up. Just need to put the last few finishing touches on him.
BBF.
Do this here and over there, and then we'll go underneath here. And then... Well, that should do it. Shouldn't it?
I should start sending that horrible lip-pinching just let people enjoy things comic. I think that comic may single-handedly be responsible for, like, a backslide in culture. Whoever made that comic. In my horrible dictator dystopia, I think whoever wrote that comic would get 5 months in the gulag. Not that long, but 5 months gulag. Not as long as, like, actual criminals. But, you know, something needs to be done about them. Shouldn't he be moving or doing something?
Well, you can't expect him to suddenly start running around and attacking everyone just because we say so.
Ah,
Whoa, whoa, no, bad construct. Stop waving those blades
Fuck me, the-
around.
the-
Stop it.
the cutscene animation is...
My,
They did
that
not have a
was
director.
Surprise. Really gets the blood pumping. Phew, I must say, I'm rather proud of it.
I can't
Look
see
how
anything, but
tall
it's
it is.
weird BDSM
It
legs.
really has grown since it was damaged way back in Neverwinter fighting those nasty Githyanki.
Totally not a link to the comic. Is that an Adam Ellis comic? I didn't even know. I mean, I should have known because he has that fucked up lip thing that he always does. He got better. I still don't really like his comics, but he got better. There was a time when Adam Ellis was synonymous with shit webcomic, but he got better. That is awful. I agree with the sentiment, but the animation is gross. Yeah, that one. Oh, I hate this comic so much. This, if you don't know, it's very famous. I'm impressed you got it working again. Good job. It took you long enough.
Well, thank you. I must say I had my doubts there for a while. A long while. But I appreciate the support and patience.
Who's blocking you here?
Sometimes
Is
you
this my
just have to
cloak?
wait for inspiration to strike. Go on. Try it out. We can bring it along on our adventures from now on. Just talk to it, if
Is
you'd
this
like.
a companion?
Not sure it'll answer, though.
You can now add it to your party. I mean, I don't really see the point of that if it's not like an extra like Chandra was, but if you want to come with me, I might replace Jero with you for a second. Examine? Looks composed of a series of complex interlocking plates and blades. It looks much better than it used to. It seems to have a number of runes engraved on its armor and weapons, but you can't decipher them. Okay. Craft armor, see if you can reinforce its armor, and craft weapon, and craft alchemy. Well, I'm shit at all of those things, so absolutely not. I'll be going now. What are my skills? Craft alchemy is 1. Craft armor is 1. Craft weapon is 1.
What is it?
Now, this is the thing about this being not actually that good of an RPG in some ways. Because Kelgar has amazing craft weapon. Like I should be able to say, hey Kelgar, because you've built yourself, or the game has built you, or I've built you, as a person who knows how to craft weapons, why don't you look at this and see if you can manage it? But if I try and talk to him, it's not going to work, I think. Yeah, it just defaults to me again in the middle. Just really fucking irritating. Same with, like, speech checks. Giving any of these characters speech abilities, like diplomacy or intimidate, is pointless. Just irritates me on a fundamental design level. Examine the construct. Can I do anything? Maybe it'll pull from my companions. Craft weapon. Nope. Good. Fine. I'll be going now. Sure. I mean, maybe we'll bring it along. Seems like a good replacement for the Bard. I don't really think that much of Amangero either, so maybe I'll bring the construct along with me. Let's go to the path which leaves the area, please. Do let people enjoy things. I think that sentiment has gone too far, and we should no longer let people enjoy things. I always pair the let people like things with the I hate the thing. I think I've also seen this. Hang on. That is also kind of annoying. This one. Anyway, back to the game. I guess we'll go. Is it extra? It's not extra. Okay. Fine. Ammon, you leave for a second. Construct, you're up. Accept party. See if this works. And then we're going to the ruins. Yeah, I enjoy hating shit things and mocking people for enjoying them. So let me enjoy that. In a certain way, I think that, considering how stupid I am and irrelevant, I think if your opinion of something is damaged by me not liking it, you have a weak soul, and you're not going to see the gates of heaven anyway. So, it's probably already over for you, if you let me impact you. Like, if you let yourself get genuinely annoyed by one of my opinions, then you're not getting to the gates of... You're not achieving nirvana. You're going through another cycle of samsara. Now that I can open the song path to the ruins of the Guardian near your village of the West Harbour, do it then. You just have way too much conviction in your takes. My force of personality. Hello, Madosco, welcome. Our arrival will place us deep within the lands claimed by the King of Shadows. Anything living entering his lands will be slowly drained of life until nothing remains. I mean, this is, I don't know. I don't think this guy can be drained. He's just some metal man. What are your stats? I didn't even check. This means we have little time to travel to West Harbour and to the Scar. We can't delay, and we should not stray from our goal. Are you prepared? Yes. Sort of. We should summon a dino. Yes. Oh no, you're cooked. Have you played Neverwinter Nights 1? Yes, Neverwinter Nights 1. Oh my god, the rubber banding. Neverwinter Nights 1 is one of my favourite games of all time. And I really enjoy this one as well. This is also great. I would say noticeably more broken. And being an Obsidian game, it is noticeably more broken and slightly unfinished than Neverwinter Nights 1. But I still love it. I'm having a great time. Right, let's take a look at you, big man. You're a level 17 straight-up fighter, and you're true neutral. At least it's unlikely that you will try and speak to me, right? That's probably nice. You have a -1 to taunt. Yeah, alright. -1 to diplomacy and bluff. You have intimidate? A -1 to intimidate? You're a big fucking metal man. What feats do you have? You've got some nice feats. And your skills are good too. Alright. This'll be fine. I love how this portal is singing at me. I know it's called a song portal, but still. My brother and I loved it. It's a very good... I don't know how it holds up, to be honest. It's been forever since I played it, but I loved it at the time.
I do not feel the effect of the King of Shadows as I thought.
Any idea why?
If I were to hazard a guess, it'd be the ruins covering our heads.
What, the shadows can't pierce through some old rickety walls? Alright. Oh, I remember this place. The hunger of the claimed lands will be powerful once we leave this place. Be prepared. I could wait here until you're done, give you some privacy. Shut up. Let's
Coming
summon
up,
Dino.
boys!
Jesus, that noise.
Ah!
Let's rest, summon a Dino, and buff. It'll be good. A nice, approachable, big metal death machine. Again, at least it doesn't talk, because one of the major complaints I have about this game is that every companion is the most irritating fucker I've ever met. I mean, Kelgar's gotten a bit better. Sand's irritating as hell. Zajev's irritating as hell. Grobnar is a sin, whoever wrote him. Bishop's even worse. Cassavir's nothing. Nishka's annoying. Eleni's kind of annoying. Kara's irritating. I think I may have just named everybody. They're all bad. Summon a Dino. My Dino is lovely. Again, she doesn't speak. She just, like, makes sort of vaguely Australian squeaks. So it's fine. And then run your buffs. Zoom out because it'll be loud. Jesus, that's bright. And we'll quick save. Twitch Prime was giving away Neverwinter Nights 1 Diamond Edition in December, and I was confused as I already had the original disc versions, which I had added to my GOG account way back in the day, then bought the Enhanced Edition. But it said I could claim Diamond. I didn't realize that it was yet another re-updated version. The Diamond Edition is basically just their, like, special Game of the Year edition, right? Where it was re-released and the servers still work and works on modern machines, and it's just like a nice complete package. The Enhanced Edition, I believe, is a full remake, but in the same way that, like, Baldur's Gate Enhanced Edition is a remake, where it seems to just be everything just redrawn in a shinier, higher resolution thing. It's almost a remaster, so I don't really know what the point of it is, because the Diamond Edition already exists. Yeah, exactly. Perpetual Online Worlds, custom modules, all supported again. Let's leave the door.
This place is still. Even the air hesitates in its crawl.
I love how the big spheres ruin the cutscenes. Where should we go?
Where the blade was shattered, the land will be marked. That is where we must go if we are to make the Blade of Gith as it was.
Alright. Do we have all the pieces?
The Blade of Gith is not simply a thing of pieces.
Shut up.
When you bring the shards together, your will is what makes it complete. Nothing else.
You're
I
a
can
bit
guide
too
you,
nunny
help
for me.
focus you, Kalakcha. But the way will not be easy, and the dangers will not be physical ones.
I like how many earrings you have on your little spikos. Kind of reminds me of Link in the Twilight Princess game. Then let's go. Jesus Christ! What's that fucking noise? And who's Webb Mossfield? Are you still alive? I thought everybody was dead here. You've returned. Look at what has happened to our village, to us. You're dead? Many of us are, or at least we think so. Certainly none of our elders told the next life will be like this. Something ain't right. Did any of the others rise again as shadows? Rise again? Is that what I am? A shadow? I don't know if there are any others. We're just alone and so cold. I am putting Bert from Mary Poppins to shame. We've come to eliminate the taint from this land. Then perhaps we can be at rest finally. Please, we'll help you in whatever way we can. I don't want to be lost anymore. Please let us help you. What can you do for us? These, if you cast your mind back all those weeks back to the start of the game, these were our neighborhood bullies in this horrible little swamp burg. You need to cross the bridge, of course. You can't now, it's sunk into the water. But we know a way across. Follow us. Alright. Follow the weird bullies. Are you going to levitate us? Or can we just... What do you mean cross? I mean, we can just jump across. We're basically superheroes. There's no way... How would we ever cross this ankle-deep water? Our biggest task. We just killed dragons in the last session. There's no way across or out of here for you, shard bearer. Oh! My bullies! Okay. They're now greater shadows. Well, I can take care of that. I don't even know if we need to do any, like, special abilities or anything. Hit him with your stick.
I smack you down!
Yeah, it's not gonna be rough. Just lower my own volume again. There we go. Yeah, that lasted about 5 seconds. Ooh, and there's a hollow log. This fallen tree looks sturdy enough to support your weight. With a few more, you may be able to construct a bridge. Are they actually doing this? Like, we're not... This isn't a joke. What the fuck are you talking about? Why couldn't we just walk across this big tree? Or just jump across? Or wade across and get our socks wet? It's not really a big deal. You need to find 2 more trees. This does not feel right at this stage of the game. With 1 more log, you think you'll be able to form a bridge. Where the fuck is the other one then? Over there? Over there. The big spheres ruin the cutscene is also what happens when using 18+ mods. I wonder if they exist here. Like in this game. You kind of assume they exist in every game, right? But is the age of the nude mod over? The age of the goon is now. Because, like, you don't need... Like, for the modern D&D games, like your Baldur's Gates 3, they give you bespoke modeled penis physics and stuff like that. I don't think you need nude mods. You can just be naked if you like. You have enough logs and now may construct a bridge if you have the appropriate skills. Survival or wood shape? I mean, I am a druid, so maybe wood shape? That makes sense to me. I didn't know that was a thing I could do, but yeah, sure. I guess I just used no more nails, but druidy. I'm here! I'm not exactly sure where we need to go, aside from in this town. Oh, it's a little boy, Denon Starling.
You aren't like the others. You aren't hollow.
The Iron Age, the Nude Mod Age, and the Modern Era. Baldur's Gate 3 probably has mods that just add breasts and romance options to trees. This is all that was left to do. I mean, I guess... I don't know... In Baldur's Gate, there wasn't like a size slider, was there, for breasts? It's weird. It's like... in Dragon Age the Veilguard, which I don't think is a very good game, there was no nudity in that, but you could adjust your bulge size and stuff. But it was just like you know, you could like specifically alter like your ass and bulge. But I don't think that was an option in Baldur's Gate, even though it makes more sense, because you could just have it out if you wanted. You could choose whether you were foreskinned or skinned. I don't think the circumcised like it when you call them skinned. Peeled. You can choose unpeeled or peeled, and you can choose hair or no hair. But I don't think you could choose size. Same with breasts. I don't even know what you could choose with breasts. Was it just breasts or no? It might have just been breasts or no breasts, because I don't think generally they're hairy, unless you do something. Flayed. Oh. Sort of partially flayed. Degloved.
You aren't like the others. You ain't hollow. You aren't going to try and take me too, are you?
I remember you. You're Denon, Starling's child.
You know my name. None of the other hollow men ever say my name. Do I know you? You look familiar, but I can't remember.
I'm Dreya Fruncus, Dagon's daughter.
Who's Dagon? I don't remember. I need to find my mummy.
Who are the Hollow Men?
They're not like you.
Is this getting annoying yet?
You can see through them. They look like normal folk, but they make me feel strange. I don't like them. That's why I always run away when they come.
Okay. This place doesn't seem safe for you.
I know, and I want to leave, but I just need to find my mother first. I and everyone was gone. One day, I tried to look for my mummy, but she was gone too. They wanted to take me. I could feel it when I woke up, like someone trying to grab me by the collar and drag me, but I wouldn't let them. I need to find my mummy. I need to find her.
Then we'll look for your mummy together.
Really? Oh, let's...
Shadows are upon us. Did you trick us, Danon? Fair enough. I mean, again, they're not really going to do much to us. Yeah, that's like 5 seconds. They can't really put up much of a fight. Where'd that child go? He might have just run off in here. Oh no, he's still over there. With this voice, I'd ditch him in a dangerous place too. This is how endearing all children are to me. Hello, Danon. Do I follow you, or do we just... Are you just gonna keep running off? I mean, I'm not gonna kill you. It would feel weird, even if you are like a shadow boy. Oh, hello, Retta.
Yes, son, it's me. Come on, we have to get out of here now.
But, Mummy, what's wrong with you? Are you sick?
No, of course not, Danon. Now come along.
I don't know if you should go, Danon. Are you gonna go along? Can I talk to Retta?
Who are you?
If you were really a starling, you'd know. Sick of your shit, child. This is what all English children sound like to me, by the way. I don't know if that's coming across. Like, whenever I hear at least a posher English child speak, they always sound exactly like this. If you really were a starling, you'd know.
Mummy, what's she talking about?
Don't listen to her, son. We need to leave, and soon. Come over to me.
We'll slay you both. Danon, this woman very obviously isn't your mum.
Mummy!
Leave the boy, Shadow. You'll have to deal with me regardless. You're right. Enough of these games, Shardbearer.
Okay, Danon is running off, so I don't know if he is a shadow. What do Irish children sound like? Usually farmers. I would say no matter how posh an Irish person is, they can never shake off the stench of the fields. Hello, Danon.
Wasn't my mummy.
No, your mum isn't here anymore.
But what will I do now?
I think it's getting more annoying. Know that your will is strong. It binds you to this place. So he's probably still a ghost. Simply let your eyes close and use your will to free yourself. Think not of your attachments. This place, only of yourself, and then rest.
I'm so sleepy.
He was holding a root. Was he? It's okay, more and more of it is being edited out by your mic setup as it being compressed or limited. I don't know where the cutoff is, or like how high pitch or low pitched I need to get in order for it to cut. Ooh, that cut out. That particular registry. That cuts out? Okay. Doesn't like going falsetto. Okay, it cuts out there as well. Maybe if I turn off the compressor. I mean, that'll annoy everybody even more. Or is it noise suppression? That's about as high as I can go, really. There we go. Probably noise suppression. Let's put on very basic noise suppression of like minus 40 decibels rather than the CPU one. There might maybe like minus 35. That might be okay. That seems to be fine now. I'm deeply sorry, everybody. That's not good. We shouldn't be doing this. Content. Do, re, mi, fa, sol. I cannot hit high notes anymore. I'm so out of practice. I'm so sleepy. He was holding a root, like an Australian. It's strange that the shadows would hold any interest in nature. It's from Starling's crops, Mead's root. It protects against toxins. The air seems easier to breathe now. Know that you are correct. This plant helps fight the poison that surrounds us. Oh, interesting. Oh, Jesus. I don't know how long it will last. We had best make haste. Good stuff. Why am I trying to help here? Turn up noise suppression. If you're going to keep doing the child's voice. Mummy! Mummy! Okay, yes, it seems to be picking it up now. But Mummy, I'm not a ghost! Mummy! Oh, the game was sick of my shit.
This is the place. I can feel it. The scar runs deep. It is here that we must mend the blade anew and close the wound.
Yeah, right, I'm all about closing up wounds.
Yet without your presence and focus, this is but a place. Is your will here?
I don't know. My will? What do you mean?
Your mind must be focused, clear. Your thoughts, your heart, will be the furnace upon which the blade may flow.
I just need to make sure that the mic can pick up high registers, because that's... my voice is higher than it is deep. I don't think my voice is particularly high-pitched, but it's definitely not low-pitched, and I can't really go lower than my speaking voice. More than a couple of notes, really, without my voice breaking into pieces. So low notes, you can get rid of them if you like. I am ready. Sure, why not?
Very well.
I'm buffed
Sit
up.
with me. Listen to my voice. Grasp the hilt and close your eyes. Hear not just my words, but the meaning behind them.
Is this like a joy?
Zerthamon's will, my will, your will.
Am I meant to be closing my eyes?
Let us all be as one. In this place, broken upon shadow, carved deep in earth. What once was sundered from two peoples born.
Oh, it's the Lord of the Rings scene.
Make all that was scattered whole again, by the heart that guides the will.
I can make you
by the will that
again.
Guides the hand.
I think those are
and
the words.
hand
Emma listened to that a lot.
That guides
recently.
the blade.
I'm still holding like an imaginary hilt. Also, I'm doing like a golf link. Ooh, shiny.
And the hand.
Looks like a scimitar, and I am proficient in those, so that's fine. It worked. You did it.
It was your will that reformed the blade. I merely walked with you.
Is that
Only
what
for you
the
will
Gooners
sword
refer
live.
to as an HFO?
No longer do you carry the heart of the sword. Truly, now you are its heart.
Is that like the heart of the cards from Yu-Gi-Oh? I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh. The power from this blade is incredible. I mean, it better be better than my +2 astral sword or whatever, because that wasn't that great. It doesn't look fully forged. It kind of does. I mean, it's a bit scrappy and shit looking, but... What's this blue energy glowing for it?
But enough of... Wait. Something comes.
How does it feel to be back
Another shard?
home,
Boy?
Shardbearer?
Shadow Reaver? We can take on them, they're fine.
Is that the famed blade? It looks so fragile, and little use without you to hold
Oh, my
it
stuff is
together.
dissolving as you
I think
speak.
you will
That's
find
so
its
annoying.
edge more than a match for shadow and mere words. Will you test it, Thrall of Shadows?
My master does not fear a poorly forged blade, nor a poorly forged hero.
Okay, let's see how you fare then.
Hold the Thrall of Shadows at bay.
Yeah, that's
I
the
will
same
give
thing
voice
as
to
before.
its true name, by which it may be undone.
I brought some friends
If you
to
wish
help you with
to
the
undo my shadow,
recipe.
oh, hold them
After
off
all,
while
you
I
must
say
if you
its
wish
name.
Be
All right.
careful.
Even for me,
The
that made
poisonous
me
shadow of this
cringe
land
to
clings
death
to
a
this
little
weaver.
bit
We
singing
must
that.
hurry.
I don't know if I can keep going after that one. Fucking hell. Right, let's. I guess we'll protect her. Where even is she? Where'd she go? Where is she? Oh, she's right on top of me. Okay, I thought we were melted for a second. I will. Oh, we're so unbuffed now, but we've still got a dino and a magical hammer. That's all we need, really. Sunburst, some people, please. Also, we've got a magical golem now. He'll be fine. Lovely stuff. Ooh, Zajave's taking a little damage. Shadow Reaver's uninjured as well. Okay, I would like to do maybe a firestorm then? Like, that'll do some definite damage. That'll kill all the shadows and shit. Sand, could you maybe haste us, please? Good boy.
Or a house tower thrall.
I don't know if I feel
Really,
good about
it's
calling you a good
polite
boy.
to say.
I'm sure there's fan art related to it, but right, you just keep smashing. That's all your. I mean, that's your main thing. That's good. Just smash them all down. Good, amazing stuff. We're hasted, I think, or we're about to be. Ooh, you did a big old lightning bolt, which I didn't like. A huge fire elemental. Where the fuck are these things coming from? Right, in that case, I will try Ice Storm on these things. Also, some sort of sword. I'm not sure if that's working out. Okay, that's dead. Is it done? Shadow Reaver near death. Kill the fucker. Yes, kill it. Just beat it to death, please. Oh, it's taking a fuck ton of damage. There we go. It's still not dead. It's what? How much health do you have? Did you just heal yourself? Oh, you're doing like on yourself and stuff like that. Okay. In that case, I am going to do another ice storm, maybe. Actually, not on you. Do an ice storm just in the general vicinity, so it might also hit these boys and kill them off. Is it working? Jesus Christ, they're taking it some fucking beating. Maybe, call lightning? Big old call lightning on myself? Take out everybody else. Did you not do the thing? Zajave. Did you not do the fucking power word or whatever properly? Cleric. Turn undead. Well, that's not gonna help. Emote. That's not anything. This doesn't feel like it's going amazingly. We're doing a fuck ton of damage to him, but it doesn't seem to be doing much. Do an aid. Do a mass aid, please, on everybody. And you maybe do, like, missile storm on the fucker? Just see if we can bring him down? Maybe I have to kill this fire elemental? I'll try and do that. If I can move. I can't move. We're all stuck up here. Alright, you kill the fire elemental, please. Maybe he's drawing power from the fire elemental. Fire elemental's down, and he's still not dead. Has this glitched? I have never seen somebody with this much health. I mean, it's not like he can do anything at this point. Huh. Okay. Can you back off for a second? Thank you. Is there anything I can do here? True name scroll. Activate item. Okay. Okay. Activate item on this guy. Maybe I need to do it again. She was interrupted or something. There we go. We'll just keep him busy, okay? Try it again, please. Did you do it? Are you doing it? I mean, there's so much stuff happening. Uses item special power. Okay, I can hear her chanting. This might work. I don't know. We'll just keep him on the floor while you do whatever it is you're doing. Is it done? I see a blue light. How do you know which one is its name? This is taking a while. Okay, there we go. I think it's done. Hey!
It is done.
Fuck me.
We must leave. We cannot remain here within the claimed lands any longer.
Didn't realize you would just stop if you were punched. Okay. That Reaver seemed to be tougher than the last few. Yeah, but that was kind of our fault.
Know that time was their ally before, but with the blade reforged, they will be forced to act more quickly than they thought, and fight more desperately than before.
Right. Let's be gone from here then.
Then
I
our
suppose.
path waits.
Is that it then? Are we going to start taking weird soul damage if we keep hanging out in this area? I'll take some Shadow Reaver bones. Sure, why not?
Too much for carrying. Dump something.
And some cool armor. We'll identify that later. Don't really feel like it right now. Bye. Is that it? I guess there's nothing else to scout out around here. I mean, everyone's dead. It's not like there's much to do. Is that... I mean, where do we even go now? Oh yeah, I should actually look at my sword, shouldn't I? Hang on. Open up sword menu. And why did you take off my shield as well? Shield on. Silver Sword of Gith. This is...
This sword is rumored to have been forged by Zerthamon for Gith before their separation into two races, the Gith Zerai and the Gith Yankee. Gith used this blade to flee all Gith kind from their ages-long enslavement by the Illithids. The sword was rumored to have been lost in the Nine Hells, when Gith ventured there to seek an alliance with the Red Dragons and never returned. The sword ended up in the hands of Amon Jero, who used it to smite the King of Shadows in a devastating battle that sundered the sword into dozens of shards. This is hard to read. The sword has now been reformed, though several pieces are still missing. The parts of the sword that are still incomplete display a ghostly outline. The sword has now acquired a new master and has tailored its power to complement its owner in a powerful bond. The heart of the blade resides within the Shardbearer, who serves as the binding force that holds it together. Okay, what does it actually do? The blade may be reformed at a location and sent flying through its enemies. Striking targets within its range at an amazing speed. Each time a target is hit, there's a slight chance it'll be knocked down for 6 seconds, after taking 66 points of damage. Shard Barrier. The shards may be sent swirling around the Shard Bearer for 5 rounds, damaging all enemies that enter. Shard Hail. With a swing of the sword, the shards may be sent flying to a single target. For every shard, a range touch attack must be performed, and it does lots of damage. Reform Blade. End the event prematurely. Meditative Restoration. Focus the shards to establish a connection with them. Doing so will grant additional uses of abilities. Alright, I mean, that's pretty good. Also, fuck me, it does a lot of stuff! Look at all that bonus shit. That's amazing. It's a +5 or +4 weapon. Bonus feat, extra wild shape. That's pretty good. I'm very pleased. Okay, that's a good sword. I'm very pleased to take that over my sword. I'm very happy. I should probably put these on some sort of hotbar, these abilities? Like special abilities? I don't know where I would even find them. Maybe I have to like hotbar the sword itself? Yes, I can. Okay. Good. I'm going to replay this after BG3 again. The VODs of this playthrough inspired me to start my annual playthrough early. But I could see myself replaying this. I will replay Baldur's Gate 3 at some point as well. Basically, I tried doing a second playthrough, but I had so completely finished Baldur's Gate 3 on my first playthrough. It took me like 125 hours that I feel like some more time needed to pass. So I think with all of the recent updates, once they maybe finish updating it, and, you know, adding all the subclasses and shit like that, I will probably do another playthrough. Probably not on stream, but, you know, I'll play more of it. Because it's a great game. I have just finished the main campaign of Baldur's Gate 2, which I also really enjoyed. It's not as good, because, I don't know, it's a bit old and busted. But in a fun way. I really like Baldur's Gate 1 and Baldur's Gate 2. I would recommend them. They're very different games, and they don't really have anything to do with Baldur's Gate 3. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are a straight continuation of each other's story. Like, you play the same character in both. They're set, like, a month after each other, and everything leads into each other. And then Baldur's Gate 3 is, like, a completely fucking different thing. Has anyone played Starfield? Isn't it worth sticking with? I played Starfield for about 20-something hours, maybe. And I thought it was like eating plain styrofoam. I think it is... It might be my new benchmark for a 5 out of 10 sterile, worthless experience. It doesn't... It's not bad, but it's nothing in it is good. Like, it's just kind of... It exists. My previous example of a 5 out of 10 game with nothing interesting about it was The Outer Worlds by Obsidian, I think, who I usually quite like. This is Obsidian, this game. But it got superseded by Starfield, which is even more 5 out of 10. Story seems interesting, but the game seems meh. I found both meh, to be honest. But, you know, it did okay. I don't think... Well, I know of one person in the world who loves Starfield. They are a regular in this chat, in fact. But they are the only person I've ever met who actually, like, really likes it. Bethesda really excelled at simulating how empty the universe is. I mean, you could view that as a positive or a negative, definitely. Let's go back through the portal, I guess. Know that we have the blade and the means to stop the King of Shadows. Let us return to Crossroad Keep and make use of it. I wonder where we could get the other shards. Maybe we'll get more as it goes on. Yes, you can take it as you will. I mean, I'm a Bethesda defender. I really love a lot of Bethesda games, even as they got shit, like Fallout 4. I still like Fallout 4, okay. And it's not great. But, they just lost something with the scale and the emptiness and the dullness of... Like, nothing is impactful in Starfield. But it's, you know, whatever. Proof of God's design, making every other planet match. I didn't mind Outer Worlds. It was basic, but not awful. DLC wasn't bad. However, I did get the game for free. Again, like, I would never say that Outer Worlds is bad. It just left me with nothing. Like, there was not a single character that I thought was, like, interesting. There was just... But none of them were bad. Like, everything was just sort of... eh. Like, it left me feeling nothing, good or bad, afterwards. Like, I finished the entire game, for whatever reason. I went through the whole game. I didn't play the DLC, but which I did hear was okay. But I went through the whole game and went, it's fine. Like, just felt nothing afterwards. Just had a complete, like, neutral, plain expression on my face the entire time. The game I love that most don't is Control. I think Control was well enough received, although I find the character writing in Control lets it down. I liked Control quite a bit. I streamed all of Control. I think it was a good game. I really enjoyed it. However, the game... the game was well written, except whenever Jesse or really any other character opened their fucking mouth. Like, the incidental stuff and the environmental storytelling and just the narration was good. Loved all of that. I loved the setting, loved the world. I mean, it was basically wholesale ripped from shit like SCP, but whatever. It was good, so who cares? It was basically Half-Life, but with SCPs. But every time Jessie opened her mouth, I wished that somebody had removed her tongue. Exactly. The story was good. The dialogue was terrible. To the point where it almost ruined the game for me. Like, by the end of that game, I was wishing that there was an option to sellotape her mouth shut. because there would be such a really interesting visual and a bit of storytelling. Like, you know, she'd see something genuinely weird and beautiful, and the game looks incredible, and she couldn't stop herself from going like,
well, I guess that just happened. Or, oh, they're right behind me, aren't they? I guess they fly now.
Like, it was the worst, most bottom of the barrel, like, knockoff Joss Whedon dialogue I've ever seen in a game, I think, outside of, like, Life is Strange. And it just didn't fit with the game at all. But the rest of the game is great. It's a really good time. Really, really good game that I would recommend. I finished it. Also, they lean heavily into the whole, like, connection in the world with Alan Wake. Especially in... I was going to play one of the DLCs, and then I walked through a door and Alan Wake appeared, and I shut down the game. I alt F4'd and went, nah. Fucking hate that shit. They gave me Buffy and X-Files dialogue, lol snap. Ooh, right, let's go away, I guess. I don't know exactly where we're going next. The second of the Shadow Reavers confronted you after reforging the Silver Sword. There are still more Shadow Reavers at large. Alright, I mean, thanks for that. Where are we going next? Back to the keep, maybe? Maybe there's more to do there. Maybe we talk to Alvanon or whatever. There'll be more, like, reports of Shadow Reavers. We can go out and kill the rest of them. I like Control. I'm very critical of Control. Because I think Control... A bit like how I was with, what's it called? Mouthwashing. I was very critical when I finished Mouthwashing. But that's because it comes so close to being an all-time classic, amazing game. Like, Mouthwashing ends up as like a 7 out of 10 or an 8 out of 10. It so easily could have been a 10 out of 10. But the last, like, 1/5 of the game is kind of a mess. And it really takes away from it. And I feel like the same could be said of Control. There's just a few flaws in Control that stop it from being like an all-time amazing classic. But it's still really good. It is a good game. I have no more ore for you, so I guess I'm just going. Why is everyone I liked in the 90s a criminal? Joss Whedon, Neil Gaiman. Oh, I'm not even going to go into the Neil Gaiman stuff. Ugh. I've read the recent article. It's harrowing. Oh, there we go. Is it true? I heard you have reforged the
Sir Neville, Captain, I've just come from the roadside. Callum and his men came pursued by blade golems, led by I don't know what it is.
Is it another Shadow Weaver?
The blade golems. Who leads them?
Never seen anything like it. It's as tall as an ogre and as dark as night.
A Shadow Reaver.
They're not that tall. They were smaller than the blade golems. Pursuing Callum for a reason, no doubt. Refresh my memory on who Callum is, by the way. Where is Callum now? He's down at Roadside, sir. Maybe he's meant to be Yorkshire. He's down at Roadside, sir. He and his men are holding off those monstrosities. I can't do a Yorkshire accent. I think they're in trouble. Just what we need now. Most of the patrols are out of the keep or in training. I'll go gather some men, but by the time we're ready to move, it might be too late. Captain, see what you can do to help Callum and stop that Shadow Reaver. Yeah, alright, let's go. We're ready to go. I'm coming with you. You'll need me to recite the true name. I mean... fine. Let's go Zajev and Kelgar. We'll leave the construct behind for a bit. And who else? Sand. That's it. Except Party. Let's go! I don't know why I turned into Mario. Yahoo! It's a Shadow Reaver. Oh, this is kind of pathetic.
I dispatch your minions, fiend. You're alone. Face
oh,
me.
That's Callum. I like Callum.
Die like all those in
Callum, run away. I don't want you to die. And you can be
but
useful
I
later.
shall not soil myself with your blood.
They all just got back up. Are you
What foul
joking?
magic is this?
Alright, let's go. Blade golems, I can't even do anything to them. Okay, first of all, just because we do need it, I'm gonna summon a dino and run all the buffs. And then we can get in, but not until then. Can you cast the buffs now, please? Thank you.
What is it?
Fantastic. Now run in, everybody. Go, 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 go. Before everybody is dead.
Captain, you must know that Highcliffe has fallen.
Oh.
Tell Naval. We can't... Nasha. I failed.
Did you make that sound less like an orgasm in the second take?
My prey was the cowards who fled the conquest of Highcliffe, but you are an unexpected prize.
I like your sigh.
The King of Shadows
It's a bit on the
will
nose,
reward
but I
me
like it.
greatly for bringing your lifeless husk before him in the Vale.
I have the means to destroy you utterly. I will make it a surprise. I don't want them knowing, because I don't know how, like, telepathic they are with the King of Shadows. They could just tell him. When I reach the Vale, it will be to destroy your King of Shadows. What's that book you're holding? Oh no, is this some sort of magical tome?
Soon find out.
Keep it occupied while I recite the name.
Yeah, I know.
It will take some time to recite it, so keep him at bay until I am finished.
That's fine. Ooh, that's... Oh, you've made them elemental, I understand. Or one of them's acidy. Okay, it's just 4 blade golems, that's fine, right? I mean, maybe this is a time to use this. What do I have again? Blade Storm, Shard Hail. Let's just do Old Faithful. Let's do a big firestorm in the middle of them. Everybody run up. Actually, you know what we should do? Because it looks like it's going to be a big fight. Storm Avatar on ourselves. That should be the basic. Send, you do a haste on us as well. And then let them come to us a little bit. Did you know you can find cheat codes for this game online? Look up Gay for Inflation for more. I appreciate the bluntness of it. Again, I see enough of that on Twitter. Not on Twitter, Blue Sky. Knock off Twitter without as many Nazis. Oh, that's a lot of stuff happening. Okay, we've got a boy. Let's do a firestorm. That should knock a few of these fuckers out. Okay, that did a lot of damage. Like a fuck ton of damage. Good. Are you dead? You might just be running in place for a while. Blade Golem injured and injured. Just go up and... Oh, I don't know what you cast. That was bad. Is Amanjara actually doing the thing? Or is he like... Has he been smacked? And I dinged as well. Amazing. I only use Blue Sky for Furry Porn. I mean, I don't, but I see enough of it. It's just kind of around. Did you just try and make me go to sleep? What did you just cast? What am I doing? I don't know what's happening. Alright, kill this fucker. Oh, he summoned a Skelly boy, I understand. Are you doing the thing? Are you good? Okay, now we can just focus on killing this fucker. Everybody kill him. Did you do the true name? Ammon, did you actually get off the true name? Do it again just to make sure, to be honest. We'll see if we can kill him. Barely injured. Ooh, that's bad. Injured? Don't let him heal. What are you doing? Okay, I think he's doing it. He's got the blue light. That's good. Dino, why are you running away? I guess he might be confused. Why is this zombie warrior not doing anything either? Attack nearest.
Alright, I says you attack right now!
Come on, any time now would be good. We're all just surrounding him now. Just please fucking do the spell. There we go. I think the spell's been cast. Now beat the shit out of him, please. There we go. Lovely. Callum's dead. Sorry. We didn't really help that much.
I arrived too late to help you. And Callum as well, it seems.
I appreciate your
This war
emotion,
has cost
pile of
us
rocks.
much. And it is not yet over.
Do you think... I assume it was because it's Obsidian and their dev times are like 4 months to make a full AAA game. So, do you think they were maybe intending on having working cutscenes in this game? And then they ran out of time. Like, they were like, fuck it. We simply can't do the animations in time. Or the framing. We'll just have it kind of half lock with the game camera onto the character who's meant to be speaking, regardless of framing or what's in the way. Or if they're running and we'll just leave the frame immediately. Neither of us could have been fast enough to save Callum. Arguable.
But why was Callum here?
Oh yeah, he
was
said Highcliffe
tasked
had
with
fallen. We
holding
probably should have
Highcliffe.
opened with that. He said that Highcliffe fell.
A reaver falls, and so does Highcliffe. It seems no matter what our victories, the King of Shadows' influence grows. I must bear this news to Lord Nasher. We will need to ready the Neverwinter forces to march on Highcliffe. But before we commit our soldiers, Crossroad Keep must be prepared. Make whatever preparation you need at your keep.
Ooh.
Then speak to me when all is
We're gonna
ready
do
for
a
the army
siege on
to march
Highcliffe,
on
I guess.
Highcliffe.
It seems the Shadow Reaver has granted us a boon.
Ah,
With its death,
this
we
thing.
have the tome it held. The tome of Iltkazar.
May I see it? My, I never thought to actually look upon it. This is an amazing find.
I love that it just cut out. I didn't press anything there. I support furries in this channel, I would say. Like, despite not being
This
a furry,
is too
this is
much
a
for curry.
at least
Want
relatively
something?
pro-furry space. I've got nothing against my furry brethren. It's more like a just sort of, reaction that I have to furries. Whenever I see, like, furry, you know, lewd art or something, I'm never like, ew, that's gross. I'm always just like, interesting. like a scientician discovering a new bug. Exactly, not fur-phobic. Now again, if it was Argonians, maybe. Or there was a hot dragon in this. The red dragon that killed us? Not related. Like, that's not why. Right, let's go back to Crossroad Keep, and I think we've done kind of everything we can, to be honest. We've got a lot of soldiers, and they're equipped amazingly well. Oh yeah, I should level. Let's do that now. I'm now level 18, I think? Something ridiculous like that. What can I get? I can get Dash and extra wild shape. That's nothing, to be honest. Never beating the scaly allegations. Hot-blooded, cold-blooded. I didn't actually check, by the way, what the Gith sword is. Like, as in what type of weapon it is. That's really annoying. Can I cancel? Yeah, okay, I can. Good. I didn't realize there was a back button this whole time. What is the Gith sword? Like, what should I be specking into here? Is it like a long sword or a universal sword? I don't know what the fuck to do then. Next. Maybe it works with all sword, like, you know, improved criticals or whatever. Something along those lines. I can get elemental shape better. That's automatic. Weapon focus, rapid reload, oaken resilience. I recently learned what donut and fortune cookie mean in fairy slang and hate my life now. Donut, I imagine, would be sort of like a thick rim, like with two C's, like a thick sphincter. Fortune cookie, I wouldn't know. Hang on, I can learn something. Fortune cookie, furry slang. Fortune cookie. Oh. I'll just read out the second sentence because it's not as descriptive. It's more euphemistic. The female equivalent of Red Rocket. I tried to tell you. Horrible. Donut. Furry slang. The Furry Dictionary. I like the Furry Dictionary. Try fur, oo-woo, or paw. Sorry, I found a new website. This might come in useful. Try oo-woo. Ooh. Expression when someone is happy or saw someone cute. Oh, this is so cute. Ooh. Lovely. Right, let's type in donut. Nothing's coming up there. Is there a furry glossary? A fursary? Maybe it's spelled properly, like not the American way. Dough. No? Sparkle dog is coming up. What is a sparkle dog? A canine species with a very colourful fur pattern. Oh. Alphabetically after spooge. Artificial cum, apparently. Specifically artificial. Horse bussy. Yeah, I assumed. Try paw. Paw fetish, pawbs, pawing off, paw job. Everybody knows the paw thing. Like paw job, like, you know, a syrupy paw job under the table at Denny's would fix me. That's famous. The furry equivalent of a hand job. Categories, yif. What's a plushgasm? Orgasm achieved by fucking a plush toy. Right, fair enough. Cool. Let's close that. And before anyone gets on to me here, let people enjoy things. Back to the game. Let's level up and see about this siege. What's natural bond? Useless. That's what it is. It's useless for druids. Oh, I could do like empower spells and shit like that. That could be good. Maximize spells. Quicken spell. Can be cast instantaneously. That's alright. Silence spell. Fortitude saves. Resist poison. Self-sufficient. +2 bonus to survival and heal. I mean, all of these could be useful. I don't know if they will be. Good night, Silo. Maybe improved critical long sword. Because I can't really think of much else I want. Leadership. You can have up to 6 party members. Why wasn't I having that? That seemed like it would have been useful. You are the sort of person others want to follow. You can have up to 6 party members. Use automatic. Next. Is that... That seems like it would be really useful. You couldn't be arsed and just picked recommended. Not for myself. Well, other characters, yes, because I couldn't care. Next. Recommended. What do you want? Dodge, I think, is quite good, so we should have dodge. And then finish. Ooh, accidentally tabbed out. Yes. And you're a fighter. I mean, your big thing is that you hit things with sticks, so it's not like I have to really worry about you. Let's do, oh, we should, actually, you're using warhammers now, aren't you? So you should probably do, we should probably do, like, improved critical warhammer, weapon focus warhammer. Cancel very quickly. What exactly do you use? What is this? This is a warhammer. So we'll do something with warhammers just to get you back up to speed with your weapon. Weapon focus warhammer. There we go. +1 attack bonus. That's perfect. And then, oh, you get another one! Let's go. Weapon specialization warhammer then. You're really good at warhammers now. Because that's going to be your end game weapon, I feel. Then send,
really?
I don't know, big spells. That's your whole thing. Whatever damages the most. Let's give you blind fight. I can get 2 spells from, oh my god, from everywhere maybe? I don't know. I'll get you Power Word Kill. Sounds hilarious. Maybe cast on a single creature or as an area of effect. A targeted creature of up to 100 hit points is killed instantly. As an area of effect, the spell will kill all creatures with fewer than 20 hit points. Wail of the Banshee? That makes... I mean, that would be appropriate considering I'm Irish. All enemies within the area of effect must succeed at a fortitude save or die. Oh my god. Okay, to a maximum of 1 enemy per caster level. That seems really funny. I'm gonna do Wail of the Banshee. And then, what else here? Maybe like a level 7 or 8, something like that. I might give you Premonition. Premonition's really good. Although I don't know if it works on you. I'm not sure. Polar Ray must also be good. 1d6 points of cold damage per caster level. That's like 18d6 of damage. Maybe you should have Sunburst. We're fighting a lot of undead fuckers. So maybe Sunburst would be good. Next. Finish. I'm happy with all that.
What do you want?
Right. I'll still have our buffs. You're so small. I didn't realize how small my dad is. I've never had that feeling in real life. You know, when you like grow up and realize how small your parents are. Because my mum has always been very tiny, even when I was a kid. And, like, even compared to children, my mum is quite small. And my dad is still much taller than me. What exactly was I doing? I guess I need to talk to him when I'm sure everything's set up. So I guess we'll go in here first. See what we can do. Where'd Amanjero go? Why is he just pissed off? He pisses off every so often, and I don't know why. He's very annoying. Hello, Kana. Do we have anything to say? I have a Grey Cloak report. Patrols have helped end the... Oh, there we go. Helped end the bandit and monster attacks. The farmlands are safer than they've been in generations. Amazing. Okay, give me a report on Crossroad Keep, then. Land security is high. Road security is very low. I would like to maybe try the roads again, then. Like, get the roads up and running. Because that seems good. We have 250 Grey Cloaks now. That's pretty good. Unit strength is average. I don't know how, because we've been training them, but sure. I want to organize the men. Let's patrol the roads. Lovely. It's worked, I guess. And then head out. I think that's everything I needed to do. I didn't really need to be in here. I guess we could sell some stuff. Sell and maybe go over our inventory, but then we're pretty much ready to go on this war. I talked to Bevel as well. I think he's doing fine. Do you want to buy my useless shit? I'll use it, sink it back into the keep eventually, I'm sure. I'd like to see your wares. I don't want Shadow Reaver Bones, or this, or this, or this. Or the Astral Blade anymore. You can take that. I'm not going to use it. Potion of Aid. Hey, all of these scrolls that I can't use you can take. Ring of Improved Evasion. I don't know what that is. Improved Evasion. Maybe I'll keep it in case somebody needs a ring. I don't even know if the construct can use armor. Sell all of these scrolls, please. Umber Hulk Hide, we don't want that. Crystal Heart Shard. I still don't know what this does. It's very expensive. I guess it's just an alchemy thing. I mean, I kind of feel like keeping it just as a memento, which is the stupidest shit in the world to say. Don't need that either. Greater Necklace of Fireballs. Pff, we're past that. Natural Armor +4. Somebody might use it. Trap. Don't need that. A ring. Ring of Elemental Resistance. That's pretty alright. The Sly Blade is a longsword. Negative energy damage. Doom level 10. That's pretty good. If we can find somebody who actually uses a longsword, that would be pretty good. I mean, I use longsword, but not right now. Another ring. Another ring of elemental resistance. Alright, I mean, I'll keep those on me in case people want them. At some point. Like, I'll keep a spare set of jewellery, basically. Gold filigree charm, we don't need that either. Open up my lesser magic bag for a second and just shunt these things in here, because I don't want to look at them. I don't think we need anything from you, really. We've got all your weapons and shit already. Anything else we need to sell?
Yes.
Ring of Power. Regeneration +1. Ah! I think I wouldn't have gotten through Baldur's Gate 2 as easily if we didn't have regeneration enchantments on us. So, this could be good. How's the wind? Has the house blown away to Oz yet? I don't know when it's supposed to get bad. Maybe, like, in the night time? So I probably won't notice if I die. Like, it'll be peaceful. There's a big storm coming. I mean, storm for The red warning is here at 10 a.m. So it must be during the night, because we're, you know, it's coming from the west, right? Let me just check. RTE. Bring me to the Radio Telefische website, please. Schools to close for full day during Storm Eowyn. I hate that it's called Eowyn. Severe Storm Eowyn winds constitute risk to life. I simply don't buy it. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I think it's nothing. It'll be fine. We're always like this. I know it says historically bad winds, but we always say that shit. It says it'll peak at 130 kilometer per hour winds. Is that bad? How far are winds meant to go? When is it meant to go? Or when is it meant to peak? Interactive map. Timings. Okay. At 2 a.m, we are under red warning. So right now it's orange warning. 2 a.m, or we might be in yellow now. I don't think we're even in orange. 2 a.m. to 10 a.m, all of Munster, which includes Cork, is which is meant to get hit particularly badly, is under red weather warnings. I think the rest of the country don't give a fuck. Like, I think it's mainly Cork that's getting hit. I can guarantee that regardless of how bad it gets, my work will stay open and fuck all people in. The manager is responsible for keeping us open will be at home. I was told today not to come into work tomorrow, so I'm a little bit better. I was told, do not bother coming in, please. Nobody will be here. Like, there's no reason to. And I went, okay, that's nice of you. And Hammer of the Lost Empire. Fuck me, we're getting lots of cool war hammers now. Just in time for nobody to need them because you're using the Hammer of Iron Fist. What's this? A black robe of the Archmagi, only usable by evil. We don't have any evils. The Golem's Blade, a great sword. I don't think we have anybody using a great sword right now either. I think Cassavir uses a great sword, maybe. But I'm not taking him with me, obviously. I mean, you can keep it if somebody wants to use it. I mean, we have enough money right now, basically. Cutting Star, maybe Eleni wants to use that. A Kukri. Seems alright. It's just kind of a dagger. Don't know. Maybe Nishka could use that? I'm not sure. Don't know if she can use... Is this exotic? No, it's just martial. Alright. This is for when you eat your words in a few days. It'll be fine. It's just... Ireland, at least where I live, has never had a notable storm that actually did anything. Now again, I could easily my words on that. It sounds hubristic to even say, but it has just never happened that anything has really gone wrong based on a storm in Ireland.
What do you want?
Occasionally, like, some farmers might lose power for a day, and that's really the worst that's happened, I think.
You follow behind me, alright?
We're just not a country that gets that sort of extreme weather. Do I need the Ring of Caitlin? Not really. I'll keep it, why not? Why not do any of this? Right, let's go. I think we're all set. Who do I want in my party? Also, why are there just workers milling about? I don't have anything left for you to do, I think. Is there anything else I can ask Vedels or whatever his name is to do? What's your name? Vedel. Even dumber than what I said. Is there anything else you can do to shore up protection or something? Feel a little useless. Anything wrong? What work needs done? How does the courtyard look? Done. Is there anything wrong with the land? Nothing's wrong with it. Right, we can't do anything. We have excess ore, so it's like, this is fine, I think. Let's go. Let's rest. Make sure we're rested up in case it just sends me into a fight. And also, I can now apparently have extra party members because of that feat, which sounds incredible. So, let's just quickly go to the farm and see if we can get more people in the party. If that actually works, if it wasn't just a wasted feat. Got the clip all ready to go for Monday, along with the black and white footage and sad music in memoriam. Everybody following? Everybody following. Which feat leadership? I thought that was for storm only. It says... Oh, was it for storm only? Hang on. It did mention something about storm, but I was blinded by greed. Leadership. Leadership only affects players created in Storms of Zehir. Eyes too big for your head. Right. Well, who do we want? The construct, I guess? I mean, I don't know if the construct's very good. Construct just kind of just exists. But sure, we'll accept the party. And go to Highcliff? No, I don't know about this. Rest one more time. Oh, you've leveled up. We can actually see what you do. Next. I don't know what you do. I don't know what's like your best skill. Parry is your best skill? Alright, go for it if you want. I don't mind. Blind fight, because we're fighting a lot of shadows. You need blind fight. And then disarm could be fun. Combat expertise. A character with this feat can make a defensive attack, gaining a +3 bonus to AC, receiving a -3 to attack rolls. What do you use? I don't know what your little hands do. Like, it's like creature weapon or something. So I don't know if this is actually going to work, any of the weapon focuses. Unarmed strike? Maybe that would count. Weapon proficiency exotic? I don't know what you use. Use magic device? You're not going to be stealthy, let's be honest. I don't know what you should get. Improved parry? Leadership? Leadership is not going to be good. Improved knockdown, actually. I think knockdown would be good. I like the fact that you can knock people over. Okay, fine. And once again, your major strength is that you don't speak to me.
All right?
Let's do the rod, just in case. This is going to send me into like a battle immediately. But we should save soon. I thought you'd be done today. Have you been faffing around? A little bit, yes. Quick save. I think he said to talk to him anyway, like not here. Can you take me someplace? The courtyard, please. I think everything is set as it's going to be. Clomp, clomp. Where is he? Neville. Ready. You've done so much, but there's still much to be done to gather allies and ready this keep. Is there? Okay, I haven't actually been keeping him in the loop at all. Sydney tried to ambush me. I suspected as much. Was her information as worthless as her offer of assistance? No, we got the names of the true names of the Reavers. Excellent. Okay, good. Next. The Druids of the Mare are lost. That's unfortunate. Yep. I wanted to ally with the Wintersnaven, but I can't find them. Are you surprised? We got the Lizard Boys, right? I'm still preparing our forces. I'll return. Any word on the King of Shadows? Why can't I tell him about the Lizard Boys? I'm still preparing our forces. Alright, I think that's fine. Crossroad Keep is ready. Then I shall ride and join with Nasher near High Cliff. Aren't I coming with you? Nasher has asked that you remain here and make sure the keep is secure. He doesn't wish you or your companions risked at High Cliff when so much depends on you. Really? It sounds like he doesn't expect to win the battle. If we can pull a victory from this battle, we will, but I will not lie to you. This battle is intended to buy time to allow the people of Neverwinter to escape, and buy you time to find a way to defeat the King of Shadows before his troops advance. Farewell and good fortune! Sand popping up in a little photobomb.
It is as if all the dead of the mare walk,
Terry Gilliam. We ran out of budget effect.
Then we shall make a road of their bodies.
Oh, Obsidian, I love you. I love sincerely how broken and slightly shit a lot of this game is. It's great.
We
It's very
are
charming.
more than their match. They know nothing of courage, of honor. They
Okay,
have no
so
loved ones
we've
they
done
fight
the
for.
big battle cutscene, right?
And that is
What do you
why
mean it ships
they
tomorrow?
will fall before our swords, our spears, for the gods are with us. Brothers, sisters, all
Oh, it's no Helm's
standing
Deep.
side by side against
But what
death.
is?
Know that all of Neverwinter stands behind you. Let us remind them of death and send them back to the hells.
I think if this came out now, people would be mad. Yeah, they're doing really well.
To battle! The Nine! To me!
There's some skelly boys behind
Lord
you, Nasher.
Nasher,
Lord Nasher!
let us fight to him. See if we can rescue him. The Nine
Death!
to me.
Death!
Men of Neverwinter.
Don't you
Lord
see?
Nasher
It's
is
ironic.
wounded. Everyone to Crossroad Keep. We will make our last
Oh,
stand
fuck
there.
off. Nasher's an idiot. I really don't like Lord Nasher. Is his name Nasher Never? Right, what's his first name? I actually don't know. Right, hello Neville. Things not go great
Yes.
for you.
What do you want?
I'm gonna rest before you speak to me. No, never mind, I'm not allowed. Neville, are you... Why are you speaking to me? There we go. The battle did not go in our favour. Waterdeep and the Lord's Alliance have reinforcements on the way, but if we can't hold the keep until they arrive, then all's lost. Worse, Nasher was wounded and is being taken inside the keep. I thought I was going to be going on a little adventure to get the King of Shadows during that whole battle. Why did I just literally hang out? What the fuck kind of plot is this? What must I do? We must hold this keep at all costs. Talk to your people here and see what can be done to prepare for the coming siege. That's all we can do. Alright, well, I guess we'll be doing that next time and maybe even finishing the game as a whole. Are you coming with me? Why are you just milling about? Go make yourself useful. I don't know. Bring water to people or something like that. Let's save there. Call it Call it Under Siege 2. The one set in a boat, I think. Or is the first one set in a boat? I can't remember which one is Under Siege. It's Steven Seagal, I remember that. It's not very good. Thank you for watching, everybody. The stream deck seems to be working fine, and I think the microphone's working fine. So, first one's on a boat, good. It's like the opposite of speed. In many ways. Is Steven Seagal the opposite of Keanu Reeves? Possibly. Anyway, what am I doing? Let's raid somebody, I suppose. You've got shit on your shoes, and I'm the shoe shine boy. I hate Steven Seagal. Oh, what was the other? I can't even remember what movie this is from. I don't think it's from Under Siege. Where it's like he's watching something on television, and like a politician is giving a speech, and he's talking about like banks or something like that. And it cuts to Steven Seagal like impassively watching the television. And he goes like, "I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank." And it's so perfectly shit that it makes me laugh so hard. The Shoeshine Boy one was Norris, equally shit. Chuck Norris, famously bad actor. Not as bad as Steven Seagal. It would be hard to get that bad. Anyway, let's raid somebody, shall we? I'll be live again tomorrow, unless my power is cut. If you don't hear from me tomorrow, then I'm either dead or my house has collapsed or something. So I will probably be streaming tomorrow. I anticipate streaming tomorrow. Emma might be here as well. I'll be doing some Desperate Housewives. And not... Shut up, you know what I mean. I'll be playing the game. And that will go ahead as soon as I know that I will not be blown away in a storm. In the meantime, you can go follow me on YouTube by clicking !links and going to that thing, or !YouTube. There'll be a new one on Wednesday, probably, I assume. Again, assuming I have power on Friday to edit it. In the meantime, if you'd rather stay on Twitch, I can !raid. Or is it /raid? I've forgotten how to raid. I think it's /raid. And we'll raid raid this person. I need to find new people to raid. I need to make an actual effort to find people. But yeah, in the meantime, thank you for watching. I still really like Neverwinter Nights 2. Honestly, I think I'm liking it even more. I think there was a period in the middle there, around like stream fucking 14 or something, where I was like, this is dragging on a bit. But as it's gotten more broken and held together with sellotape, I find that there's a certain charm to it that I'm really enjoying. Thank you, everybody.